morning, Belen. I'm Stephen Cayes.
And I'm Gabriel Cotozo, and welcome to this edition of WBLN for February 2nd, 2016.
This semester, our Key Club Lieutenant Governor, Senior Jonathan Garcia, was awarded the Leaders of Leaders Award. This is the highest honor that a Key Club board member can receive. It's awarded to those who go above and beyond the call of duty. Brandon Lubian has more.
Key Club is an international organization that is represented in 37 countries, has about 5,000 clubs, and a member base of over 260,000. Key Club is among the oldest high school organizations in the world and is sponsored by Kiwanis International. Kiwanis International is a century-old non-for-profit service organization that annually raises about $100 million and is headquartered in Indianapolis, Indiana. The Key Club sub-organization of Kiwanis International is dedicated to service projects to better their community and children of the world.
It's an honor to be a part of such a large organization like Key Club International, where I get to make a difference in my small community around and the world around me. Meanwhile, it contributes to the overall impact that Key Club International makes worldwide.
Belen Jesuit Senior Jonathan Garcia is the Florida Division 26A Lieutenant Governor, whose job is to grow the clubs in his district and serve as a link between the district and the clubs. He was also recently rewarded the Leaders of Leaders Award.
Last year when I got elected Key Club Lieutenant Governor, it was one of the biggest honors I could ever get. But I didn't know what to do, and so it wasn't until 2 weeks ago that I got awarded Leaders of Leaders, which is usually given to the best board members, that I knew I had worked hard to become one of the best lieutenant governors in our district.
For WBLN reporting, I'm Brandon Lubian.
Attention juniors and seniors, the sign-up sheet for a Belen Youth Mission Trip will be on the website on Friday. The mission trip will take place from June 24th through July 3rd. Again, only juniors and seniors can sign up for it.
Congratulations to Ms. Leañez, who became a U.S. citizen last Friday.
I feel absolutely grateful, humbled, fortunate, and welcome to this nation.
U.S. citizenship can be granted to a foreign citizen or national after he or she fulfills the requirements established by Congress in the Immigration and Nationality Act. The process can take between 6 months to an entire year or even more, assuming that you're already a permanent resident and have established residency in the United States for the required amount of time. The actual citizenship application, congratulations once again.
I was interviewed 2 weeks before I got sworn in, and the interview was basically going over my application, and that was good. And then they did they asked me a couple of questions, part of a civics test, and thank God I passed. And then last Friday, I got sworn in.
The field of presidential candidates. Raul Rodriguez has a story.
For the first time in the 2016 presidential election, voters will have a say in who stays and who goes. Up to now, donors, polls, and party members have had the most influence in who remains a viable candidate. Even though the road to the White House begins in Iowa, history shows that since the 1970s, 3 Republicans and 5 Democrats who won here have gone on to win their respective parties' nomination. For the Republicans, the most recent CNN poll of polls averages in Iowa shows Donald Trump holding a lead over Ted Cruz. Political analysts say a Trump victory comes down to turnout.
Turnout becomes important because it'll tell us something about whether he has changed the electorate. I mean, that's the real prospect. Can he bring out new voters who haven't voted before?
Turnout will also be a key for Bernie Sanders, who is in a virtual dead heat with Hillary Clinton.
Bernie Sanders is relying on some notably unreliable voting blocks. He's counting on young voters to come out. He's counting on people who have never caucused before, maybe don't really have an attachment to the Democratic Party, to come out and vote for him.
CNN's poll of polls put Clinton just 3 points ahead of Sanders among Iowa voters, with Martin O'Malley far behind. For WBLN, I'm Raul Rodriguez.
Thank you, Raul. Last night's Iowa caucuses brought many surprises. Republican Ted Cruz scored an unexpected win over Donald Trump, who came in second. Marco Rubio also outperformed the polls, coming in a close third, and Hillary Clinton beating Bernie Sanders by a razor-thin margin in a nail-biter that kept politicos guessing into the early morning hours now. The focus now turns to New Hampshire, where the nation's first primary vote takes place next week. In other news, the World Health Organization declared the Zika virus a public health emergency of international concern. The World Health Organization hosted an emergency meeting about the Zika virus yesterday. Zika is spreading explosively across the Americas. The mosquito-borne virus is linked to a surge in dangerous birth defects in Brazil, prompting travel warnings for pregnant women or women who plan to become pregnant.
Members of the committee agree that the situation meets the conditions for a public health emergency of international concern. I have accepted this advice. I am now declaring that the recent cluster of microcephaly and other neurological abnormalities reported in Latin America, following a similar cluster of French Polynesia in 2014, constitutes a public health emergency of international concern.
The Zika virus was first discovered almost 70 years ago. It's known as the Zika forest, and it's located in Uganda. Portugal, Peru, and Jamaica have reported their first cases of the Zika virus. Authorities from the three countries say the cases were all found in people who had recently traveled to the Americas. Over 20 countries in Latin America are struggling with an active Zika outbreak. Most people in the United States are unlikely to ever come into contact with the Zika virus, but two groups need particular attention. First, people living in the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, a U.S. territory, the U.S. Virgin Islands or Caribbean Pacific territories, and Central America and South America are likely to see an increasing spread of Zika in these areas. And second, women who are pregnant need to protect themselves from mosquito bites by using repellents. Long sleeves and pants by staying indoors are ideal. We advise pregnant women to postpone travel to areas where Zika is spreading.
Cuban President Raul Castro was officially welcomed in Paris Monday, where he was scheduled to meet with French President Francois Hollande. This rare state visit is a sign of Cuba's warming ties with European nations. Mr. Hollande is also expected to sign a deal to help ease Cuba's debt.
Hey guys, now let's check out your scoop for today.
Speech and debate will be meeting in G201. The Music Appreciation Club will meet at 3 p.m. in the Ignatian Center. The Astronomy Club will be meeting in the Observatory at 7 p.m. The Green Club will meet in the Science Pavilion. Bocce Club will be meeting in F202. Amnesty International will be meeting in G204. The Aviation Club will be meeting in F201. The Key Club will meet in the Kosciuszko Dining Hall. The Notables will be meeting in I-109. The Student Council will meet in the Roca Theater. And every day this week, the chess team is meeting in F208.
Now stay tuned as we bring you weather and sports right after these messages.
What's up, guys? According to the groundhog, we're going to have an early spring and some pretty clear skies the next few days. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for today. Today we have a high of 79 and a low of 71 with 12-mile-per-hour winds coming from the east-southeast, partly cloudy with 10% chance of precipitation. Let's take a look at your highs and lows for the rest of the week. Wednesday we have a high of 78 and a low of 69. Thursday a high of 78 and a low of 69. And Friday, a high of 78 and a low of 66, with 10% chance of rain throughout the week. That's all for your weather. Stay sunny, Belen.
The varsity soccer team will play at South Broward Senior High School in a regional semifinal game. Game time is 7 p.m. Admission will be $7. Let's go out there and support our team. The 6th grade baseball team defeated St. Kevin 5-2 this past Friday. The Wolverines have won on all 4 of their ACC conference games. Kevin Castro pitched 3 innings and allowed 2 runs, and Matthew Wembes pitched 2 innings of scoreless relief. The team will play next Thursday against St. Thomas. The tennis team will have practice today at 3 p.m. This past Saturday, Belen Jesuit retired the uniform of alumnus Nick Martinez from the class of 2008. Martinez is a Major League pitcher for the Texas Rangers. He was drafted in 2011 and made his Major League debut in April of 2014. Carlos Cristobal has a story.
For many baseball players, high school is the last chance they get to dominate on the field. As they go into college, it becomes very easy to get lost in the crowd of great players. But one Wolverine has made his mark in the Major League level. Nick Martinez, starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers. Nick Martinez was a lifer at Belen Jesuit and played baseball throughout his entire high school career. He continued to play baseball at Fordham University. Martinez was then drafted by the Texas Rangers in June of 2011. After working his way through the minor leagues for 3 years, he got the call and was moved into the majors. Martinez led the Rangers in ERA in the year 2015 with a 3.96 ERA. He also had a win-loss record of 7-7. Martinez had this to say when asked what this honor meant to him.
Having my number retired here is something I'll cherish forever, and God willing, I can talk to my grandkids about, and it's just an incredible honor, and I'm happy to share it with friends and family.
Senior Chris Del Castillo said this when asked how Nick serves as an inspiration to high school players.
Retiring a number from Belen Jesuit to the major leagues, it really motivates me. It really makes me work harder than I did the day before. I really appreciate this day, and it's a beautiful day to play baseball.
Martinez remains on the Rangers and looks to have a great season this summer. I'm Carlos Cristobal. Now back to you, Frankie.
That's all for sports. Now let's throw it back to the desk.
Thank you, Frankie. The American Mathematics Competition test will take place today, Tuesday, February 2nd, after school in the Roca Theater. Expect to be there until 5 p.m. and bring number 2 pencils and erasers. No calculators, cell phones, or smartwatches are allowed. High school students are invited to participate in this challenging nationwide competition. Be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Stephen Calles.
I'm Gabriel Tozo from here at WBLN. Have a wonderful day and stay golden, Wolverines.